So let's talk a little bit about taxes and assets. May step on Dave Ramsey's toes here. I don't know, but I'm curious. So in this environment, right? Dave Ramsey, he goes into pay off all debt, right? You have the debt-free scream. You have all these things. Well, we just talked about, you referenced good debt and bad debt, consumer debt, but there's probably a step further, right? In today's inflationary market and high interest rates, and if you're smart, do you hedge inflation a certain way with real estate? There's maybe a step 1, a step 2, and a step 3 on where you are with your investor IQ or your approach. But let's talk a little bit about what that would be, and that will lead a little into some tax tips as you're thinking through these things.
So there's a lot in your question. I would say that's great. So I would say good debt is debt that is outsourced to someone else.
Someone else to pay?
Someone else is paying it.
Okay.
Right? So an example of good debt might be is if you had a rental house that you had a mortgage on, but the tenant is paying the rent.
Okay.
Right? And then you're taking the rental money and you're making, paying the expenses on the house and then making the mortgage payment. That would be considered good debt, which is outsourced to someone else. It's investment debt. Bad debt would be consumer debt, right? It would be, hey, I'd love to take a vacation, go on a cruise to the Bahamas. I don't really have the money, but we're going to go on a cruise anyway. And I put it on my credit card, and when you get back from the Bahamas, I have the experience, right? The memories, but I still have the debt, and now I got to work over a period of time to try to pay that back. That would be my definition of bad debt. So good debt is debt that's outsourced to somebody else. Bad debt is for consumables. And so that would be kind of the first building block of foundation. The second thing that I would say is when I think about Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman, some Money Magazine, some of the traditional financial planning advice that's out there, which is really about needs analysis. And it's really about money being math.
Yep.
And what we've talked about in previous conversations is that math is way more dynamic than just boiling it down to math. And so I think that if I categorize people or I would say you kind of need to determine what type of investor or how are you with money, and I'd put it in 2 categories. So let's use the example of investing in real estate.
Yep.
So would I want to be an active investor or a passive investor? An active investor is somebody that's going to deal with the tenants, toilets, and termites.
Yep.
And a passive investor is somebody who partners with somebody who's going to deal with the management of it. So there's two mindsets, if you will, of how am I going to approach investing in real estate. The same is true as it relates to how am I approaching my finances.
Yep.
And I would say that when I think of Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman, Money Magazine, if you are in a mindset or the type of person that you want to be very passive, or you don't want to be pursuing financial independence
or financial education at all.
Yeah, right. I think traditionally there are some good things, and I've seen Dave Ramsey's people follow Dave Ramsey's advice, and they have done well financially, meaning it has helped them.
Yep.
I also have some things that I adamantly disagree with Dave Ramsey on, and we could pick apart specific examples, but the debt example might be something. Dave Ramsey would generally be against debt, and I believe that we need to understand how to use debt wisely, because our dollar is a debt-backed currency.
Yep.
So if we don't understand what our basic currency is, we can't be intelligent with money. And so I think if If you want to be a little more passive or reactive, more mainstream with your money, then following the Dave Ramsey's, the Susie Ormans, the Money Magazine, the traditional financial planning path is okay. If you're a little bit more contrarian in your thinking, then there's probably other more productive paths that take people to a greater level of financial independence than where the Dave Ramsey or Susie Orman would take you. Hi, I'm Jeff Houston, one of the owners at 3D Money. Thank you for watching through to the end of this video. It's an honor to help you navigate your journey to gain financial wisdom. Consider subscribing to this channel because you won't want to miss any of the upcoming topics we have coming your way. Or you can head over to 3dmoney.com. Again, thanks for watching.